Well, hello. How are you today? I'm Marty Whitney, and I'm with ARTitude Adjustment. It's fun art, not painted art. Let me start that over. It's fun art, not fine art. I'm trying to get the page open that will allow me to see your comments. If you'll give me just one moment, it doesn't come on until I start my live. Okay. Well, as you know, let me plug this in. This will give us a little better on audio. As you know, this week has been a week that we've been doing Harlequin pumpkins. And now, like I said the other day, you do not have to be perfect. My Harlequin pumpkin is not perfect. In fact, it's far from perfect, but you know what? It's something that I did, and I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. It's kind of hard to do a Harlequin pumpkin because, except if you're Mackenzie Giles, then you can do it. But we're going to continue painting today, but I wanted to show some of you that might not have been here before that these segments are what you're working with whenever you're dividing off your squares. And they can't be, the Harlequins are perfectly diagonal diamonds. So I'm not a mathematician or a magician or a beautician, but I wasn't able to get it right. So I don't expect anybody else to, but they're a lot of fun to paint. And like you can see on this, I'm going to go down here and put my picture small so you can see a little bit better. And I don't see my video is coming on for some reason. Facebook is kind of being wonky today, aren't they? But I would not say I knocked it out of the park on this one, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to show you a couple of other things. Yesterday, I decided I would go ahead and spray this with a Kmart a Krylon finish because I'm going to be putting something over these squares, a decor type thing. And I want to get that sprayed before I put any of the ornaments that are the things that I have for the top. And I want to give one last coat of the gold glitter here. So, I forgot to say this. Welcome to the show. So, glad you're here. And we're just going to continue. Also, wanted to show you these. These are some little acorns that were brown. They've now come to terms with it, and they are white and black. And then I've painted a little gold glitter accent. So if you look here, lots of room for improvement around here. I say go for it anyway. So I'm going to just continue on what we were doing because I want you to see how this glitter goes on. It's almost, they say it's an acrylic paint and that you should apply it generously with a foam brush, but it does wash out with water. So that means it's not an oil base, I guess. And I'm just going to go over some of the things that I did yesterday and hope that you can see that where I'm going to turn it. There. I'm just applying more glitter. You know how usually Facebook comes on and they say, okay, Marty Whitney is live now. They don't know I'm live yet. So we're just gonna go with it. So if you're making comments or making faces at me, I can't see it. What'd y'all do today? I have been very busy. Had to run errands in Tupelo. Now this glitter doesn't go very far, but it does, and it doesn't cover miraculously. But it's coming together. One of the other things I'm going to do is today, what I wanted to do was finish this. And that is by just putting dots in the middle of these squares to connect them whenever they do, whenever that miracle does happen and they connect. And see, you almost have to dollop it. That's the way this is. But I think it'll be an improvement. And it will give it a little bit of a finish. So you can almost do that. I can't touch the top of it because it's wet. It's funny how your eye works, because some of these mistakes, my eye just passes over them now and says, yeah. It's not a big deal, everybody. When you make something handcrafted, that's the important thing. There might be mistakes, but it is your work of art and your work, your handicraft. So I do that. I do say that because none of us are perfect. We all interpret different things. And do you see what I'm doing now? I think it'll be an improvement. And then I've got some gluing to do, some of the top. There is a wholesale house in Red Bay that I like to go to, and I get a lot of I get not painting supplies, but gift supplies, and they are very big ribbon wholesalers. So I could get some black and white check, I'm sure, from them. This is the land of Ole Miss and Alabama. So don't go in there looking for no orange and blue. No, 'cause you won't find it. Can you see what I'm doing? I might have to wait until the top part dries before I start on the bottom part of this. If you can see, I'm just putting a little dot there on the sides. That is so crazy. I am starting to think about next week's project, and if you have any requests, let me know. It will be fall theme. I've got a surprise coming up, so you don't want to miss coming to the classes any more than you have to, because one day I'm going to really surprise you. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. Let me use the rest of my glitter here. I'm going to let the rest of this dry before I start applying it to the bottom. And I'm also going to put a little bit more glitter on the little acorns, because yeah, it's just very subtle. I guess, you know, I use that word subtle a lot. Sometimes it may not be very subtle, but I think this will work out. This does say that I am alive and I am recording. This is day 3 of decorating the acorns. I'm trying to get it. Oh, I'm so bad at that. We're in Red Bay, Alabama, where we're having our motorhome service. And we're not really servicing as much as accessorizing. So that's what my husband calls it anyway. But I'm glad you're here. I did take a little secret trip over to Tupelo this morning. It wasn't secret, but I needed to have my toes did. So anyway, I'm going to set this down over here now, and we'll come back to that later. I can put a few more little dollops of gold glitter over here. This would be a very festive pumpkin, and it's going to look festive once, if I don't throw it out the door, once I get it fixed and decorated. I have the leaves ready, and I have put a little bit more glitter over here. You're supposed to be very generous with this, so let's be generous. We have some friends who just arrived here. So if you were wondering about Ronnie and Marianne, they got here safely, and we all just kind of come in and go out, and some other friends came in, the Clances. If you're with Tiffin, you know Dave and Linda Clance. Okay, so I am so happy you're here today because you've lasted until day 3. Tomorrow's day 4 and the final wrap up of the Harlequin. So I'm glad you're here. I never could see your comments on Facebook. It wouldn't allow me to do that. But what I'll do is that. Is that better? Oh, you can see the pumpkin a little bit better, I think. So, and then, tell you what, there's a delay somewhere. I'm so glad you were here today. It's a great day to have a great day. Thank you very much for caring about fun art, not fine art. So I hope if you have a chance, you'll go to my business page, which is ARTitude Adjustment by Marty Whitney, and follow me because I have some awesome painting projects. I have been teaching for over 8 years, and I teach mainly RV rallies, RV resorts, private resorts, and RV manufacturers. And they usually don't have a lot of room for canvases, so we don't do canvases very often, but we do, and I'll be showing you some other projects that we'll be working on. Next one we'll be looking at is on Friday, so try to be there. You guys are awesome, and keep being awesome. And I'll see you tomorrow, 3 Central Time, 4 Eastern Time. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.